In the world of biotechnology, a company called Theranos made waves with its bold claims of a groundbreaking product. They promised a medical test that could be done using just a small blood sample at a doctor's office, which seemed too good to be true. Led by the charismatic Elizabeth Holmes, Theranos aimed to revolutionize blood testing, offering hope for better healthcare. Sadly, things didn't go as expected. But what could have gone wrong? To find out, join us on this thrilling journey as we explore the shocking revelations and consequences surrounding Theranos, uncovering the truth that shook the industry. The whole idea started with Theranos Incorporated, a highly promoted health technology company in the United States. The company was founded in 2003 by Elizabeth Holmes, when she was just 19 years old. Initially, Holmes had the vision to create a wearable patch that could adjust drug dosages and provide doctors with real-time data on patients' blood. She wanted to make blood tests more affordable, convenient, and accessible to people by developing a lab-on-a-chip technology. Holmes dropped out of Stanford University and used her parents' education trust fund to establish the company, which was originally named Real-Time Cures. However, she changed the name to Theranos later on because she felt that the word cure caused suspicion among people. Theranos managed to raise more than $700 million from venture capitalists and private investors, reaching a peak valuation of $10 billion in 2013 and 2014. The company made bold claims about their breakthrough blood tests, stating that they could conduct accurate tests with just a small amount of blood using their compact automated devices. Unfortunately, these claims were later proven to be false. Theranos claimed to have developed advanced devices called the Nanotainer and Edison to revolutionize blood tests. These devices were meant to automate and downsize the testing process using tiny blood volumes. The Nanotainer, a small blood collection vessel, could hold just a few drops of blood obtained through a finger prick. The Edison, named after inventor Thomas Edison, was a machine that would analyze blood samples. Theranos aimed to create a system where Edison would connect to the internet to receive instructions on which blood tests to run. It would then compare the results with available medical data online and conduct additional targeted tests accordingly. However, the company faced criticism for its lack of peer-reviewed research and data validation. In an attempt to regain trust, Theranos allowed the Cleveland Clinic to conduct a validation study, but successive findings published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation raised concerns. The study revealed that Theranos' blood test results were often flagged as abnormal more frequently than other testing services, and there was significant variability in lab measurements compared to traditional services. Theranos introduced a new device called the MiniLab in 2016, claiming it could perform various tests with a small blood sample. However, they failed to provide evidence supporting these claims, leading to the termination of their partnership with Walgreens. Furthermore, it was later discovered that Theranos had invalidated 2 years' worth of test results due to inaccuracies with the Edison technology. Collaborations. In 2012, Safeway invested a significant amount of money to equip 800 of its stores with clinics offering in-store blood tests. However, due to missed deadlines and questionable results from a trial clinic, the partnership ended in 2015. Around the same time, Theranos partnered with Walgreens to provide in-store blood tests at over 40 locations. Although Theranos claimed to have used their tests on drug trial patients from major companies like GlaxoSmithKline and Pfizer, both companies denied any active projects with Theranos by October 2015. Walgreens terminated its partnership with Theranos in June 2016 and filed a lawsuit against them for breach of contract. The lawsuit, initially seeking $140 million in damages, was settled for less than $30 million in June 2017. In March 2015, the Cleveland Clinic announced a partnership with Theranos to test their technology and reduce the cost of lab tests. Additionally, in July 2015, Theranos became the lab work provider for Pennsylvania insurers AmeriHealth Caritas and Capital Blue Cross. In the same month, the Food and Drug Administration approved Theranos' fingerstick blood testing device for the herpes simplex virus outside of clinical laboratory settings. Theranos received the title of 2015 Bioscience Company of the Year from the Arizona Bioindustry Association. Administration. From its founding in 2003 until 2018, Elizabeth Holmes served as the CEO of Theranos. During its early years, she brought on Channing Robertson, a chemical engineering professor at Stanford, as a technical advisor and the company's first board member. In 2009, Holmes' then-boyfriend, Ramesh Balwani, whom she had met in high school, joined as the president and COO. In July 2011, former US Secretary of State George Shultz joined the Theranos board. With Shultz's help, the company assembled an impressive board of directors, including notable figures like William Perry, Henry Kissinger, and Sam Nunn. In April 2016, Theranos announced its medical advisory board, which included respected individuals from the American Association for Clinical Chemistry. These members were tasked with reviewing the company's proprietary technologies and providing advice on their integration into clinical practice. The board included experts in the field, such as Susan A. Evans, William Foge, and David Helfet. In May 2016, Balwani stepped down from his role as president and COO, and the company introduced new board members, including Fabrizio Bonanni, Richard Kovacevic, and William Foge, who were responsible for publicly presenting Theranos' technologies. The rise and fall of Theranos. In 2015, concerns started to arise about Theranos. The company had not published any peer-reviewed research in medical literature, as noted by Professor John Ioannidis. Professor Eleftherios Diamandis also found that Theranos had exaggerated many of its claims. In an attempt to enhance its credibility, Theranos invited then Vice President Joe Biden for a tour, but they set up a fake lab to deceive him. The Wall Street Journal later reported that Theranos was using conventional blood testing machines instead of their own Edison devices, which raised concerns about the accuracy of their tests. Tyler Shultz, a former employee and grandson of former Secretary of State George P. Shultz, played a crucial role as a source for the story. Theranos fought back by hiring lawyers and attempting to remove negative information from its Wikipedia page. FDA inspections uncovered issues with Theranos' blood collection containers and violations of regulations. The company clashed with regulatory authorities over the classification of its devices and faced scrutiny from the Arizona Department of Health Services, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, and a letter highlighting immediate jeopardy to patient health and safety, leading to the suspension of Theranos' blood tests by Walgreens. Theranos faced criminal investigations and lawsuits, voided 2 years of results, and eventually lost its Clinical Laboratory Improvement Amendments certificates, along with other sanctions from the CMS. The company closed its laboratories and wellness centers, laid off a significant portion of its workforce, and faced the threat of bankruptcy. Settlements were reached with various entities, including Walgreens and Partner Fund Management LP. In 2017, Fortress Investment Group provided a $100 million loan to Theranos, which helped keep the company afloat. SoftBank's subsidiary, Labrador Diagnostics, utilized Theranos patents to file lawsuits against a COVID-19 test manufacturer. Interestingly, Theranos continued to receive patents until 2019, despite its downfall. In a September 4, 2018 email to investors, Theranos revealed that it would shut down its operations and distribute its assets and remaining cash to creditors. Despite efforts to find a buyer, the company was unsuccessful. Before this, the majority of Theranos employees had been laid off on August 31st. However, a small number of staff, including Theranos' general counsel and new CEO David Taylor, remained on payroll for a few additional days. As a result of the shutdown, any equity investments in the company became worthless. Civil and criminal proceedings. In March 2018, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission filed civil fraud charges against Theranos. Its CEO, Elizabeth Holmes, and former president, Ramesh "Sunny" Balwani, they were accused of engaging in long-lasting fraud by deceiving investors about their portable blood analyzers' capabilities. Holmes settled with the SEC, paying a fine, forfeiting company shares, and facing a leadership ban. Balwani, however, did not settle. In June 2018, Holmes and Balwani were indicted on multiple counts of wire fraud and conspiracy to commit wire fraud. The indictment alleged that investors, doctors, and patients were defrauded. They were accused of hiding the unreliability of their products. If convicted, they could face fines and lengthy prison sentences. The case was assigned to Judge Lucy H. Coe. Holmes' trial was scheduled for August 2021, while Balwani's trial was pushed back to 2022 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In February 2021, federal prosecutors accused Holmes and other executives of destroying evidence. Holmes was found guilty in January 2022 and sentenced to over 11 years in prison. She began serving her sentence in May 2023. Balvani's trial started in March 2022, and he was convicted of multiple fraud counts in July 2022. In December, he received a prison sentence of almost 13 years, and probation for 3 years. So there you have it, the captivating tale of Theranos. From their bold promises to the shocking revelations, we've just uncovered the truth behind their rise and fall. If you found this video informative and thought-provoking, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next exploration.